And welcome back to Movie Nerds. It has been a while. I usually have an episode out every week, but I did not get the COVID. I just got sick, got it from my kids, and of course that's how it works in life. When they pass down everything to you from germs to, well, mostly germs. Anyways, let's get into it. Today we are going to be reviewing some TV shows. I think that's the only thing that we're going to be doing, and so come join us. We do have a guest today again, Dave. How you doing, Dave?
Good. Happy to be back.
Happy to be back. That's true. We haven't spoken in a week, and so because we usually do our other podcasts as well.
Yeah,
I've been MIA, so I apologize for that. And today I do have a special guest that's back. He's been here before. He is the director of the Star Wars story. Is that correct?
A Star Wars movie.
A Star Wars movie. And for some reason, this person has Downton Abbey: New Era as number 2 as best movie of the year.
Don't spoil it. Come on.
We're gonna talk about that. I have an issue with that list, but
Okay.
today we are going to review She-Hulk, which will be probably not that long because it wasn't that great, but there were some good things in there I thought that we can talk about. We definitely will be reviewing Lord of the Rings of Power. They went back to the same place they came from the beginning. Anyways, and then we're going to do Andor, which is probably the best show out there right now, between that and House of Dragon. We'll talk about it. But let's get this going. She-Hulk. This episode was weird. I didn't know. I feel like the writers of this show was trying to make fun of themselves.
Yeah.
And there was it is a bit, and the entire episode is this bit of her breaking the fourth wall and talking to the writers, and what's going on with this season finale. It didn't land
much for me.
It didn't land.
Yeah,
it didn't land, and I feel like it kind of backfired on what they were trying to do. I do think there were a couple of things that I thought was pretty interesting. I'll talk about it really quick. I thought the Hulk bringing what's his name, Scars back, not back, but in the MCU. I thought that was interesting. And when we go into that room where Kevin, the AI, they didn't mention that they are somehow going to be coming up with the new Hulk movie. Yeah,
I didn't get that from.
Okay, so this is where it says, what is it? Keep it. The AI was trying to tell her, oh, you don't want to know where the Hulk went? Oh, where he was gonna go do, and she kept saying, no, I don't care. And then she said, save it for the movie. And then the AI recalibrate. So I think I think there's a Hulk movie coming.
That will be tricky because I don't believe that a Hulk movie is coming, a solo Hulk movie at least, because Universal still holds the distribution rights.
They're gonna make a deal.
Do they?
They're gonna make a deal.
All right.
Just like Spider-Man.
Okay.
Somehow they're gonna make a deal. It benefits both Universal and money wise, because I think everybody would be down for a Hulk movie if it done's the right way. Because I do feel like that they neutered the Hulk a lot in the MCU.
Well, the thing is that Universal has had a deal with Marvel this whole entire time that they let them put Hulk in their movies, but not make him the lead.
Yes.
But I do think that a Hulk movie is long overdue. I do agree.
Yes, I do. I do like the Edward Norton. I thought that Hulk movie was good. I thought he was a good Hulk. It's just he wasn't a good person to work with. But other than that, like she mentioned X-Men. The good thing about this show, folks, one good thing, and that is Daredevil. That's all. That's it.
But he was barely even in this episode.
I know, but when he was in it, it pops. Cool. It pops. So I hate this series. I think it is the worst series in all the Disney have made. I'd rather watch Falcon and Winter Soldier than to watch this over again. And I hated Falcon and Winter Soldier. I hated that show. And so I I feel like they missed the mark on this. They try to be funny when they're not. The tone, it just wasn't there for me. I if this show fails for me. And so, what about you, Dave? What did you think of this season finale?
I feel like the fourth wall break. Like I was fine with it for the series and for what it was, and they just went a little too far for me on this one with having her completely break out of the set and into the studio. I thought that was a little too far.
Well, one more thing. One of the things that I thought was really dumb is that she talks to Kevin and it's like, hey, how about do this, and then she goes back into the show, and they're just arrested.
Yeah,
there's nothing happened.
There was no resolution.
No resolution. No nothing.
I thought that they were going to go back right where she was.
Yeah,
right.
And then have that fight or
yes.
have a conflict, but no, it just ends. They just skip all that.
Yeah, go ahead.
It was
Dave,
too
sorry.
expensive. It was too expensive.
Too expensive. That was actually pretty funny. I do give that. That was pretty funny.
You have to do it off screen. Yeah, that was one of the biggest things. It was too much. It was too much. Like if it was all on camera and not her breaking into the studio, that was kind of cheesy. It was just too far. Like I don't know.
They did get me though when they changed the screen into the Disney Plus.
Oh, the
menu.
Disney Plus menu. That was kind of funny.
And I'm looking
They
around.
copied me. They copied me. I will sue them now.
That was pretty clever. And I'm looking around. I was like, I thought one of my kids like hit the button. I was like, what are you guys doing? And I'm like, wait, that's part of the show. They didn't get me on that one.
We didn't really talk about the previous episode with
we don't need to.
Okay.
We did. Daredevil was great. Period.
Yeah, and the chemistry was good, but I don't know. I feel like they kind of dumbed down the character, Daredevil, as well in this series.
I don't know. What do you mean by dumbed down though? Like we haven't really seen him.
They didn't really give him much depth as far as the characters.
It's not his show though.
I don't know. He's not. But they made him comedic, which he did well. I like the way it was portrayed.
I love the walk of shame. I thought it was freaking hilarious.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You're right. It's not his show, but that's one of my biggest gripes about how they put Daredevil in. Is he was just a piece for her.
I can see that.
I thought that he kind of took. I kind of think that he took his alter ego and just threw it out the window.
Yeah, kind of.
Has anyone ever felt that way, that he just doesn't care about his secret identity anymore? Because he has this, because he has the guy who makes costumes. He definitely has to know who he is, and he takes off and he basically takes off his mask and tells everybody who he is all the time. So
sounds like the Flash.
Yeah.
He tells everybody. No, I agree.
Yeah, that's about it.
That's why we're keeping it short. James, what you think of the season finale?
Okay, season finale. So this is a comedy TV series. I hardly ever laughed except for the season finale, and the way that they went into Marvel and Marvel Studios. I was having a blast with it. I really enjoyed it. But and then it just stopped right when she talked with Kevin, and then they went fast forwarded, like, what? That's it. That's the end. But no, I do give the season finale props. It's my favorite episode of the series because it actually made me laugh. And and the pacing of this episode was a little bit off.
A little bit
for me. Okay, a little bit, like a little.
The whole series was like going up and down, up and down, up and down.
Well, yeah, up and down, up and down. But I was just not laughing throughout.
I agree with you in that one. Well, that's the sad part. Is it's supposed to be a comedy, but it's not funny. It's like, you can't make a comedy if it's not funny. I think
it's a legal comedy, if that's what you want to call it.
I think the girl to Tatiana, I don't know her last name. I think she was great. I think she was great. Yeah, I think she was great as She-Hulk. I just think sometimes they short her character. They keep, I think me and Dave talked about this. Like they keep pounding on her like she's this pathetic girl that can't get a date. Like they have to keep trying to put her down as her character. Like we get it. She's not that type of girl, and she's having a hard time dating. But they keep egging it on like, oh, she sucks at dating. Like, dude, get over. Let's move on with that. And so, just like that, we are going to move on because I'm not talking about this any
Okay.
longer. Because She-Hulk, you suck. Anyways, folks, what do you think of the show? What do you think of the series? Where would you rank She-Hulk in this? Marvel TV or streaming service era? Comment down below. Let me know. Let's move on to better things in life that we all agree on, and that is, well, I don't know how you guys feel about how James feel about it. Let's talk about Lord of the Rings, the Rings of Power. Did we review last episode, Dave? We didn't.
No, we didn't.
So there's 2 episodes that we can talk about. I'm not going to focus on the last episode because it was disappointing. It didn't really do much for me. Like it just, this show for some reason it's just constantly stay at this level. It never moves up or down. The only one episode that I thought was great was the 3rd episode. Remember we talked about how the 3rd episode, we thought it was gonna it was gonna go like we went this place and then it's gonna take off, and it stayed at the same damn, what's that place called?
It stayed in numero.
Like for another 2 episodes. Like, can we get going? Can we go
and then
somewhere?
they went back.
And they went back, and then and that's the season finale I thought was kind of rushed. We already knew. They tried to throw you off by right off the bat, Lord Sauron. I'm like, he's not Lord Sauron. These writers, I feel like they think we're stupid. And that's one thing I hate about shows, is that when the writer have to try to trick you or over explain things so that you'll dumb it down for the audience. We know he's not Sauron because he's not from, we know this. Like, why are you trying to trick people? Like, why are you trying to trick your audience? It doesn't work. And like you and I predicted, who's this? Who?
Yeah,
we predicted.
Halbrand. Yep,
Halbrand.
Totally called it.
Come
totally
on,
called it.
I thought that Halbrand was going to be the Witch King. That's what I thought.
I thought, I knew he was Sauron.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, which interesting is that when in the episode when he said, I've become many faces or something. So we know Sauron, one of his powers, he can
change himself.
Change himself. So this is how they're gonna make the other. So this series or this season is about the elves and how they're gonna build their ring, that they create their rings. The second series, I think, it's gonna be how the human or it's gonna be dwarves. So I think each season we're gonna learn how Sauron is gonna trick these people, or
he's gonna manipulate
them how to make these rings.
Did his accent change? The Halbrand character's accent changed?
I don't think it did.
I don't think it did.
Like it meant more Scottish. I felt like it was more British in the earlier episodes, and then this one he went more Scottish.
Yeah, and look, I thought the Sims family was fine. I wish they kind of rushed it for me. Like they wanted, okay, let's get to the end, get to the finale, get to the final. Know who these. I did tear up. I have to admit, when the Harfoot and when the girl was saying bye to her family and she was taken off with the wizard. I tear up a little bit. I thought that was
Gandalf.
No, I don't know if his name was Gandalf.
They dropped Gandalf's line.
Yeah, they do.
Gandalf.
Always follow your nose.
That's Gandalf.
But how can he be Gandalf when
Gandalf?
I know that, but I'm saying like the lore of Lord of the Rings, there were other wizards before Gandalf.
Mm-hmm.
So are they?
We haven't seen them yet, or whatever.
But that's what I mean. Shouldn't he be the first
that's what
one?
He's looking for. This next season, we're gonna get Sauron, or one of the other wizards.
Yeah, in like the next 22 years, we're gonna get season 2. Yeah,
that's what I'm guessing.
I have a love and
if
hate.
They continue.
I know. I have a love it. I think it looks gorgeous. I think the battle between the witch and so-called Gandalf, this wizard,
and which totally mirrored the battle between Saruman and Gandalf. It's Gandalf.
What's funny? It's we know you're a wizard, but there's just one scene where he's sitting and talking to that one little girl, the Harfoot girl, and he goes, "They call me, in your language this, which means this, which means wizard."
I thought his conversation with her was cute.
No, it was
good.
I agree, but stop over explaining. We know who you are. let the audience have some imagination of who you
I
are.
would
We
have
get it.
I would have forgiven them more if they just mentioned the "follow your nose" quote and not say that he was a wizard. I would have settled for that.
I would have been okay with that too. To
Okay,
be honest.
I can see
Okay.
that. Yeah.
So I thought it was okay, the season finale. I thought it was kind of a little rushed to get to that scene. And then, what's her name? I can't say her name, Dave. Galadriel. She didn't do anything.
She did call out Halbrand as being Sauron.
She didn't even do the work. She had somebody else go find out.
I know.
That's true.
That's true. She had someone else do it.
Like, do something. Do something. Chop someone's head off. Do something. Oh my gosh.
She can dodge arrows though on horseback.
She can dodge arrows the same way every time.
It was the slowest dodging I've ever seen in movie history.
It's because she's an elf. She can see it coming.
It's like the arrows screaming at her, "I'm coming this way, go the other way." And she goes, "Okay." So slow. Anyways, I'm for what it is, for being, because I love Lord of the Rings, the 3 Peter Jackson's movie.
Mhm.
Not so much The Hobbit, but although The Hobbit has one of my favorite character in it. What's her name? The elves girl. I don't know her name.
Oh,
Tauriel.
Evangeline Lilly. Yeah.
Evangeline Lilly. Tauriel. Yep.
I like her. And so I'm disappointed in the Rings of Power. I'm disappointed.
At least we did see some Rings of Power at the end of the season.
That's true. At least we got rings.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
at least to that point, the title matches the season finale. I think it, but take nothing away. Visually, it's spectacular. Everything was worth 58 million per episode, except for the writing and the dialogue. But other than that, I'm not giving up on this series. I do like the direction they're going, and somehow it's all going to come together and it's all going to make sense. I just wish that it was just a little bit more, just more better, as the Hawaiian would say. More better.
More better. You want them to give you the benefit of the doubt and not give so much explanation.
Yes.
That's kind of what you're wanting out of this.
Yeah.
They had to have the overlay. Like, it's obvious it's Mount Doom.
Go ahead, Dave. Take it away.
So I thought it was clever how the Halbrand character did kind of manipulate what's that character's name? Calablimba? Cowabunga.
Calahemwal.
Celebrimbor. How he kind of manipulated him, like guided him. I thought the line where he said, "Think of it as a gift," was a little on the nose. Like, just walk away. Just walk away. You don't gotta manipulate him you don't gotta play the game so hard, Sauron.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
I love how they take more advice from an outsider that has no idea what the elf life is about, but yet they don't want to take an opinion of of their own people.
From Galadriel. Yeah.
I'm like, wait, you're
that's
okay with
terrible.
you okay with him telling you what to do, but you're not okay with her? Like, guys.
Yeah. This guy who you don't know from Adam.
And you know what? I just realized there are some key characters who weren't in this episode. Durin wasn't in it.
Nope.
No, not at all.
Yeah, Durin wasn't in it. Andandriel, the black elf, he wasn't in it.
Oh, Arendir.
Yeah, Arendir. Like,
none of those.
Those characters. Like, how can you have a season finale without all your characters in it?
But see, you know what? I'm okay with that.
They're teasing it. They're leaving it open for the next season for which race is going to get the rings. So they'll shift their focus this next season. I guarantee it to which race is going to get their rings next.
Because if they were to go back and forth for 4 different storylines,
I do. Okay, you got me there. I do agree with that they need to stay more focused and not back forth.
Do you think this next? I know that we're getting off topic, but do you think this next season they're going to have a different main character to focus on rather than Galadriel?
No.
Do you think Galadriel is going to be the showrunner?
I think she's going to be the connective tissue to everything. She's like the
they're gonna kind of play on Peter Jackson's take with her being the narrator for
yeah.
the Lord of the Rings. Okay, yeah, yeah, I thought there was some clever writing, but yeah, to your point that it's not for this universe. It's not exactly believable, especially with how proud these race of people are. The elves, the dwarves, the men, they're all proud of who they are and where they came from. So to take advice from a man in an elvish kingdom. So yeah, and nothing else. I agree. Visually, the series was done pretty well, and some of the action was enjoyable. Yeah, that's all I got.
James, tell me. We don't. Well, at
Yeah.
least I don't know if you talked to Dave about it, but I
No,
don't know
I
anything
haven't.
about if you like this series, what you think so far, and what you think of the finale.
Okay. So overall, my biggest problem with this series is the pacing.
Hmm.
I had a big problem with it. Episodes 1 through 3 were really slow for me. And not just a slow burn, just slow. It's not going anywhere. It was going anywhere. And the Harfords, I wasn't quite understanding what was their point in all of this until the last 2 seconds of the season finale. And but which okay, I think it was the end of episode 3 when Arundel was trying to get it out of the trench.
Mm-hmm.
And that was like, okay, I've been watching 3 hours of this show to get to this 5 minutes. And then episode 6 was the standard for me of what I expected from the show. I loved all of the focused storytelling and mixing with that with this TV show with just one episode 6. That's why I wanted this whole entire series to be.
Mm-hmm.
And then episode 8 is my second favorite because it was a bit more focused, and it got my favorite part of the whole entire episode of the season finale was when Sauron was taking Galadriel through those different memories that she had. I really thought that was clever writing. But overall, I wish that there was just more focused storytelling and more pacing, better pacing, and I hope that they take that into season 2. So
Okay.
overall, I give it a thumbs up, but it could have been much better. It could have been much better pacing for me.
I would agree. I don't know if I might be on the opposite side of you with the dream stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know if you need to go like she didn't. I mean, it's kind of like it's redundant. Like you don't need to show that she sees her brother. She's not going to change her mind because she knows who you are. She knows that this is not real. Like it's not going to do anything. It's just going to submit to her even more that she's going to hate Sauron. And so I don't know if that works for me, but sorry that we all see shows differently.
Yeah.
I just wish that this show was just a lot better than it is.
Yeah.
And it's so
she let go of that dagger really easily.
Yeah, that
holding on to it this whole
100
or 150 years, however long she's been holding on to it, and she let it go real quick.
Yeah,
like, oh, we need metal from Valinor. Oh, you have some.
Was there no other dag or any type of material that is around? Like they didn't
have any time. They had no time, Tom.
Good point. That might be a good point. Anyways, folks, let us know what you think of the Rings of Power season finale. Are you guys excited for season 2? I'm curious. I don't know about exciting, but I'm curious to see where this is going to go. There's no, to me, I think this series would be even better if they just have lightsaber in it and just like doing each other. I don't know. Anyways, comment down below what you think of this season finale, and if you like this series. What would you give this? What would you rank this series? I think I'd probably give this a 6, right? As of right now. Very disappointing. What about you guys?
6, the same.
Yeah, maybe 6.5.
6.5. You're nice, Dave.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's move on to probably the best show on television as of right now, and that is Andor. Now, we didn't get a chance to preview the last episode as well, right? Did
Right?
we?
No, we didn't.
We didn't, right?
Nope.
What episode are we on now?
5.
No, this is 6, right?
Was this episode 6? The one that dropped on Wednesday?
Let's see.
Yeah,
Do,
yeah.
do, do.
Episode 6 was the last episode that dropped.
Okay.
So yeah, okay. So episode 5 and episode 6. Folks, what do I say? I don't know if there's a show out there, maybe one that has better writing than Andor. This show keeps getting better and better, and every single time you think I don't know how anybody can actually look at this. First of all, I don't know anybody can say that She-Hulk has good writing and then say Andor doesn't and it's boring. That you should not be on the internet and talk about
You
movies.
should not
'Cause
be.
you are an idiot if
You don't
think
deserve a voice.
you don't. If you really think that Andor is boring and that it's not good writing, you are an idiot. But that being said, this is the best show out there. I love episode 5. I love episode 6. Everything about it. The little detail, the preparation of going into this heights. They make Andor, they made him like the expert and and everything. Like they make him talking about how you gonna fly out. They don't even know how to do that.
He's like,
He
you don't know
does.
how? You
So-
don't know what? Come on, we need to
So-
know these details. Yeah, it was great.
He's like a seasoned pro, and no one knows about it. Like no
Yeah.
one knows what he can do and how clever he is. I thought that the build up, the tension to the heist was good, was great. The pacing was great,
Yeah, between the
this-
different the team members.
Yeah.
of this heist. Yeah,
and I love the conversation with that kid, the
Yeah.
manifesto, the what he believes, and all that talk, all the you have to go back. I rewatched it 3 times, episode 5 and 6, to be honest. And when he talks, when he was telling Cassio what he believes and what his faith is in, I thought it was beautiful. I thought it was beautiful writing, and it made me believe when what they're doing is for, it's for the betterment of the world. But
yeah, and they're willing to. Yeah, it makes you feel like they're willing to give their life for this.
So he will become a device where I think he will join. That's how he's going to join the rebellion. That
Was
he's
that
going to
manifesto.
the manifesto, and that he's going to somehow, things will happen. And I think when he looks back and reads that manifesto and that character, that boy, I don't even know the boy's, what's his name in that.
I don't remember.
I can't remember.
That's one flaw with the show is that the names, I don't remember the names.
Yeah,
of the
well,
show.
I don't remember names, period. So it doesn't really matter. That's not a flaw.
Okay.
But I thought episode 5 was great. I thought, and then we go to episode 6, and this is when it goes. And I love how everything, the event that's happening with the loco, the synchronization of the 2 girls doing what they're doing and them, and how they all comes together. And then I didn't want that guy to die. The one that's the spy, the one that's like the commander for the
the
Oh
lieutenant.
yeah, oh yeah,
Yeah.
the black
The lieutenant.
officer.
yeah, the
Yeah.
one that has that he married the local
The local.
girl.
and-
Yeah,
yeah.
I thought his character was cool, and I thought the way the actor puts on the way he acted, his demeanor, like he carried
Mhm.
himself as an Empire officer, but can be, still that he's a spy.
You can turn it on when he needs
turn
to.
it off and on. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was brutal how that kid got trapped into that crushed.
Oh.
And he died. I knew he was going to die. My favorite part of this episode is when he was having a conversation after the heist with what's his name? I forgot. What's his name?
What's his name?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
And you find out that who he really is, which he is. But here's the thing, though. I'm not sure why Cassio. I don't know why he's surprised, because he's doing the same thing. He's doing
Yeah.
it for money.
Yeah.
But the difference is that he came forth with it. He kept it alongside. There was one scene where the black guy, the one that was an ex stormtrooper on their team,
Yeah.
he says, "Cover me," and he didn't cover him on purpose, because the blaster that he has is capable of firing multiple shots. Go back and look at the games. Go back.
Watch that.
Oh wow.
It's the multiple shot that he could done. He shot once and he let it go, and that dude got shot. He
Hmm.
did that
Wow,
on
that's some
purpose.
detail that
Oh,
I
that's
wasn't
some
picking
cool
up on.
detail.
Interesting.
That's
Oh
some
wow.
because I only know that because I played the Battlefront game and I had those guns all the time, and so I love the fact that Cassio is not afraid to just kill people.
Oh yeah.
Yep. No, he's not.
And this is why I think this
It
show
lives up to that that line he drops in Rogue One where he's like, the things I've done, you have no idea
Yeah.
the things I've done for this.
Yeah.
So
And the
lives
thing
up to
he's
that.
gonna do more
Yeah.
as this series goes.
I've been involved in this fight since I was 6 years old.
And that's the line that I was like, wait, because I rewatched Rogue One. I'm like, does this mean that he's fighting for the rebellion and we don't and no one knows it? Because he's not in the rebellion right now, is he?
Maybe as the character develops, he realizes that he's been
in a
fighting
fight.
for the
Okay.
rebellion since he
Yeah.
since he was
He's
young.
been fighting with the separatists. He's been
Good
fighting
save, Dave.
against
Good
everybody.
save for
Yeah.
the writer.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
I-
the character is going to develop and realize
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I love this episode. I love the episode 6. I thought it was great. Now we've got 3 episodes of introducing him and who he is, and then move on to the next 3 episode, which is the heist, the mission. Now we're moving on. The way they structured this show is brilliant. And you don't have to watch Rogue One to know what he is. You don't have to watch any Star Wars. You still have not heard "May the Force be with you."
Yeah.
You have
Yeah.
not seen lightsaber being
Yep.
light up. You have no Jedi, and it's still a great show. And it's closest to Star Wars for a while. For a while, it's been a while since anybody can say that this feels like Star Wars. I love Episode 6, everything about it. And so,
Yeah.
James, what do you think of the last 2
I-
episodes?
Oh, the last. Well,
Last
just the
2
whole
episodes, yeah.
Okay, the last 2 episodes, but but the whole entire thing, love it. I love this show. It actually does everything that Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power should have been doing. Like not they are at a level that they want their audience to be at, not dumbing down, going down towards the audience level. So I really but the thing is that they don't go too far with it. I really love. Oh, by the way, I really have a theory that whoever the blonde girl, British girl leader on planet Aldani, I don't know.
I know who you're talking about, yeah.
Yeah.
I bet you anything that is Luthen's daughter. I bet you anything that. So.
Well, I did predict that she's gonna turn good.
Well, no, but she is good.
Oh
though.
no. Not James talking about the rebel.
Oh, the rebel.
The rebel.
Not
The rebel. Sorry.
not the lieutenant.
Not the
that's
lieutenant.
in the-
Not
yeah.
Not the
I-
ISB
oh.
agent. No.
Well, I think
No.
she's gonna turn good, but yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Everyone has
so-
their own rebellion.
But anyway, I really love this show. The writing is on par. I mean, every single character, every single side plot, I'm interested in.
Mhm.
Like, so that's why, so that's why it goes by fast for me when I'm watching this show. The dialogue is awesome, the action is awesome, the intensity is great, and the visuals and just the payoff with this last episode with the eye, with all the meteors or whatever thing going through the sky, that was worth the wait of 3 episodes.
Yeah.
That was so cool. And just the build up to a heist, going through the planning. Yeah, they go through the crawl, walk, and run phase in these last 3 episodes.
Mhm.
And that was so cool. And just the writing is awesome. I love Mon Mothma, and her character has been so exposed and so vulnerable. And we've always seen her in Rebels, in Rogue One, in any type of other setting, comic books, novels, as a very strong, independent woman who can lead.
Yeah.
But man, they really humanize her
Mhm.
in these last few episodes of with her on there, with her family, with her husband. But I just really love that the stakes are high and everyone is vulnerable to being betrayed or backstabbed. I am so happy that the writers are writing for the adult mind.
Yeah.
here.
Well, it's
I
Tony
love that so
Gilroy.
much. Yeah.
He's-
Tony Gilroy,
he's
the
the-
Kenny Award-winning writer.
He needs a Star Wars movie. They need to give him something. I think if
Oh,
they're
yeah.
gonna make, I hope not, but there's a rumor that they want to do a Luke Skywalker movie or a TV show, and they want him to be involved. But I hope not. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't need. I don't need Luke Skywalker.
I don't think we
Let's
need that
keep going
again.
away from the Skywalker
I do
series.
agree.
Yeah.
Let's keep going.
Yeah. All right, Dave. What you think of the series and this last 2 episodes?
Last 2
sorry.
episodes, I think were great. Like the tension, like it's already been mentioned, but the tension between the team, it kind of shows you like how a revolution could play out, right? It starts real small, and these guys, they're getting this money, this credits to fund the rebellion, essentially, from this grassroots movement, this kids manifesto. It's kind of, I hate to say it, but it's kind of like a terrorist cell.
It
right?
is.
There are, yes, that's exactly what they're doing. They've got these guerrilla warfare tactics that they're doing. They're building up this heist. I love that the writers are not afraid to sacrifice some characters that you've gotten to know for the past 3 episodes, and especially one that people that grew to kind of relate to, this innocent kid that is an idealist, maybe a little not jaded, maybe a little naive to the way the Imperials really work, and Cassian's kind of there to try to quell that fire, I guess, to give him a little taste of reality, and then he's one of the characters that's gone.
Yeah. So another cool thing about this one is that all of the people going into the mission, into the dam and into the vault, none of them can name Mon Mothma as the one who's funding it.
Oh yeah, that's
Like,
true.
None of them know.
Yeah.
They do not know that Mon Mothma is a part of it. Only Luthen does.
Yeah.
Right? So I thought that was
true.
pretty neat, because if they got caught, yeah.
I love his expression when he found out that the place that got heist.
Yeah.
He just went in the back and started laughing.
Oh.
Just
Another thing too is that the only one who knows Luthen by name, well, the only 2 people who knew Luthen by name and who hired him for this was actually the blonde rebel lady and Andor. Everyone else.
Did Andor get his name?
Did Andor? Yeah, I'm sure Andor got Luthen's name. Did he?
I don't think
Or
he
his real
did.
name?
I don't think he did.
I don't think he did.
I think you're right.
I don't think
So
he
it's
did.
really
Yeah,
Mon
so-
Mothma and his assistant at the
Okay,
art.
yeah.
And the blonde the leader.
Yeah. What else I was going to say? I do have one gripe. How do the TIE fighter pilots get into the TIE fighters? I didn't see how. I don't see a way.
No. The hatch opened on the top. And
You
they
didn't
just
see
climbed
it?
in.
But how did they climb in? Did they show him climb in?
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
showed
All
it.
right, I'll go watch it again. Put that gripe
It was
on
a
the
beautiful
back burner.
shot too. It was like
I only remember seeing the TIE fighter come down. I didn't
No,
see that
they
pilot
got
get
in.
Okay.
it was bright. The background was bright, and you see the silhouette of the pilot going. It's a beautiful shot.
Okay, I'll rewatch
It's a
it.
beautiful shot.
Okay,
So.
disregard.
All right.
I
And-
retract my previous statement.
And maybe better sounding names for people to remember.
Not if they're just gonna kill the characters.
Yeah, there's no
know.
point. You know what's cool? You know one thing about this show too is I think the sounds, the music, and the sounds
Oh,
are
yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
Tony's
incredible
good.
too. So Tony Grillo right now we know that Garrett Edward did not direct Road One. It was really Tony Gilroy. They just gave it to him. Anyway, folks, let us know what you think of Andor. I think it is the best show. I love House of Dragon, and right now is coming up the season finale for them. And man, that show is the same way. There's not a lot of action. There's not a lot of it's all political all about the throne, the Game of Thrones, and who wants to conquer. And it is incredibly awesome. But for some reason, I still put Andor up there above House of Dragon, and
He can
I mean-
keep his tongue.
he can keep his tongue. Swat. Damon, man, dude,
Damon's awesome.
he's awesome. But the sad thing is, like, if you watch Game of Thrones, you kind of know what happened to these people, which is kind of
You get an inkling of it, because
well, we know
I'm
what
sorry.
happened to what's her name?
Well, Rhaenyra, but hang on. Think about who was telling the story. That was Joffrey telling the story.
Well, yeah, that's true too.
and everyone's histories are going to be a little bit skewed and a little bit off.
well,
And-
no, I'm not talking about the details of it. I'm just talking about what's gonna happen to her when she's trapped in that one spot, and she got killed at that spot.
But the thing is
Now, how she dies, that's
so
perspective.
well. George R. R. Martin did mention that these stories coming from the House of Dragon books are coming from biased written histories of the Maesters.
Of the Macers.
So we don't exactly know if they're going to stick with that. So it's going to be really interesting to see.
Well, if they don't, then they're going to contradict everything in Game of Thrones.
I know.
So, but I mean, Game of Thrones was good up until season 5, 6, and then it went downhill. But I mean, yeah. Anyway, well, this is not about
I know.
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones talk. Oh boy.
But anyways, folks, let us know what you think of Andor. What you think of the last episode, episode 6, the heist. I don't know if it's called that. I think it's called something. The Eye.
It was called The Eye.
And then and so let us know what you think. What you think of the series so far. Do you agree that this is better than the House of Dragon? If you don't, then you can kiss it. I have my kids right here. Anyways, let's move on to one last thing. James is our special guest today, and I want to talk to him about his movie, and it's called A Star Wars Movie, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I don't know why I want to say a Star Wars story. It's just for some reason I was thinking of that. But anyway, a Star Wars movie. Let me ask you first: Are you gonna try to petition this into one of the film festival or anything?
No, I'm not.
Well, I think you should. Why not? Why not?
Why not? Why not?
It doesn't hurt. Anyways, so tell the audience, how long did it take you to edit this short film?
Okay, there's short answer and a long answer. I'll go with the short answer. It took me about 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Now
2 weeks
you
to edit the whole thing.
You did this all by yourself, or
all by myself? I edited it all by myself. I had some minor visual effects done by someone else. And the longest and the biggest reason why it took so long to so from the time we finished principal photography, I could have had this out in 2 weeks.
Oh, okay.
So but it took so long because my stupid app on my phone was not working with the visual effects, with the guns and the flashes and the lasers and all that stuff. Because every single time I try to upload my finished cut film, it's cut, it's cut with sound, cut everything, just without visual effects. Because my other stuff I've done on this app have worked. It's just when I work for this film I don't know why it was not working. I worked with it for about a month and a half, and I decided, you know what, screw it. I'm gonna pay someone to do visual effects for me. So Tariq Haran, I commissioned him to do the visual effects for me.
Okay.
And I had to wait for 2 months for him because he was booked. So that added another 2 months to it. And then he finally and then he finally did it. And then what's weird is that the file that he sent me back was able to be compatible to my app to work on visual effects. So it screwed me over. Like, oh, come on. I don't know what I have to do some more research. And then I tweaked some visual effects again. I chatted with him about it. He said, yeah, go ahead, do any fixes, do any add-ons that you want. So I did, to make it more flashy and a little bit better. And then about 5 months after we finished principal photography, finally got it booted up and the premiere.
Awesome. So I did get a chance to see this. I did give my review. I don't know if you heard it.
I haven't heard it yet. No.
Yeah, it's in one of our episodes. I don't remember which episode it was, but I'm not going to review right now. I do have a question. Besides editing, because I know editing is probably one of the most important thing for a movie. Besides director, editing is actually really important. Oh, it's the way it's the way the movie will flow, the pace, and besides editing, what was the hardest? Besides editing, what was some other things that were hard for you to manage as a director?
The cast,
scheduling, the cast. Well, scheduling the cast.
Especially this one right here.
No.
I'm a diva.
Scheduling the cast to all verge onto 3 days.
See, that's why you need a producer. They take care of that stuff.
Well,
they take
care of that stuff. Well, the thing is, when I was the producer,
I know. I figured that
I had to schedule with two of the cast, Juan and Maddie, to fly in, Thankfully, I didn't pay for the tickets.
I didn't know Juan lived in North Carolina.
Yeah,
I was like,
Yeah,
what?
he
I
used
thought he
to-
was in Utah.
he used to live
Oh.
in North Salt Lake, and then they moved to North Carolina for a new job. They paid their own way to come out back. And I
Oh,
paid,
bless their
yeah,
hearts.
so yeah, bless their heart. And yeah, just scheduling was the hardest part.
Yeah.
Over editing. Editing, I had fun doing it. I did not have fun doing scheduling.
Interesting.
So, yeah, just so you know.
What did you think of this? Your actor right here. What was the hardest
Dave?
thing to?
Oh yeah, live
to
review.
direct
Let me
it?
hear it.
No, Dave was great. Like the entire cast, I could not have asked for a better cast. To be honest. No problems from anybody. Like, I mean, Nate, Juan, Maddie, Nick, the 501st guys, all oh look,
There
you
he
little
is.
mini you.
There he is.
Look at that. Look at him. Oh, hi. Okay. Have you seen the Star Wars movie
There
yet?
he is.
Have
There
you
he
seen my
is.
Star Wars
Hey,
movie?
buddy. Look at that smile. That's so
Oh,
cute.
oh,
He is
okay,
Oh
that's-
yeah,
Man,
get
he is
it.
pasty white. Holy cow.
No,
He's half.
my wife's watching. My friend just said he's pasty white. The ink ran out, as we call it.
Yeah.
My other two, my daughters, my first one is dark as heck, and then my
Yeah.
second one's medium. This is one just went straight to white.
Yeah, straight to white. That's awesome.
Okay.
Still
Oh,
looks like you.
there
Oh,
she
there's
is.
Oh,
there's
yeah,
the
okay.
contrast.
Okay,
Yep.
take her-
There they are. That's great.
There's my family. Anyways,
Yep.
yeah. So I watched it. I thought it was funny. I told Dave, I don't want to know his name.
Nate.
Nate,
It is
with the
Nate.
glasses. I
Yeah.
don't want to say heavier, but you know what I mean. I thought he was funny.
Yeah, he was great.
And the clever thing that I love about your short film was that you incorporate Disney Plus. I do agree you need to get paid for using them, but I thought that was pretty cool. The transporting from one dimension to the other. I thought that was clever, and so
Oh,
I love that
thanks.
aspect of it. So now that you got this one under the belt,
Mhm.
are you plan on making more fan film? Is it going to be Star Wars or going to be something different?
So I'm in development on making another fan film. It's going to be Mandalorian heavy.
Oh,
Yeah, so it's going to involve Julie again and a few other Mandalorians from the Crate clan. Yeah, I think. And it's going to involve a team of Mandalorians hunting down another Mandalorian for murder. So it's
that
gonna-
sounds
Oh,
that
nice.
sounds- a rated R.
no, probably not.
This is a kids film. Sounds cool.
Yeah. No. It's going to be more adult, more
Yeah.
more
Okay.
genre.
That's good. I like that.
Filming in the mountains this time.
Okay.
Nice.
I thought your short film, was good. There were a couple things that I thought that it could be improved,
Uh-huh.
but you can listen to my review on that one.
Sure.
I do. I mean, I think people should make films. I mean, I don't know how you even like as the person who created this, this baby of yours, like to think how you picture how it's going to come out. I think
Yeah.
that's one thing that I give directors, like the vision that they have in their head. Like, okay, this is going to be this. I don't know how Peter Jackson picture Legolas, killing people off the, elephant and,
Yeah.
kind of like, how do you think of that? Like, what do you see that? Like, I think to me, it's pretty incredible for a director to be able to put their vision on film and actually
Yeah.
bring it to life. And so I appreciate that. If you
Thanks,
guys
Tom.
have not seen, James' film, I will leave the link down below. You can click on it, support. I mean, the more views, the more better. People can get exposed to it, and then he will move on to his next project. And so,
Yeah.
there goes my son. Anyways, folks, I want to thank my guest James for coming on. We'll have you on again, especially. We ran out of time, but we're going to talk about your list. We're going to talk about this list of yours with the number 2. Come on now.
Oh man, I love that movie.
I fell asleep. It's the same thing. Let's drink tea. Who's going to lead us? Who's the new crowd? Let's drink some tea. Anyways, we're talking about the list. I want to thank Dave again. Thanks for coming on. Next week we'll be on again. We'll probably review I want to do House of Dragon one of these days, but I think I'm going to wait till all the episodes are all done. then want to talk about it fully. But we'll have you on for that, James, because I know you're a House of Dragon fan.
Yes,
So.
big time. Yeah.
Anyways, folks, let's don't forget to please subscribe to my channel. Don't forget, if you can't watch us, you can definitely listen to us, because I do get more traffic on my podcast than on my YouTube. But support us on Apple Podcasts. You can subscribe to Movie Nerdzz. You can also find me and Dave on A Simple Man's Gospel podcast, where we talk about spiritual things and enlighten you with our testimonies and our words. And so
A little bit deeper conversation.
than shooting pew pew. Anyways, until next time, be kind.